Let's have a fucking conversation, and I'm gonna need to sit down for this one because there's trauma involved. All right, so recently I've had an influx of male followers. The one common thing I keep seeing is them apologizing for actively destroying my fucking life. But I would like to explain why those apologies don't mean a single fucking thing to me. Let me continue. People who struggle to take accountability only apologize after the fact once they see the ramifications of their actions, but they only apologize to make themselves feel better. Allow me to elaborate on what a real apology looks like. Real apologies involve an apology, taking accountability or ownership for what the fuck you did, and then changing the behavior. So corrective action. So men saying, oh, I'm sorry that we got you fired. It's way beyond that. And let me explain to you the consequences of y'all anger because I told you to get yourself some help. I'm going to try to get through this without getting emotional, but y'all know me. What happened was the equivalent of y'all putting the nails in the coffin. I was already in such a fucked up place. And then on top of losing my job and my clients, my life has been exponentially more difficult. My car's almost been repossessed twice. I don't know how I'm gonna pay my rent daily or fucking monthly. My electric literally just got cut off last week, despite my best efforts of trying to start my own shit, of trying to pick myself up by my bootstraps. Despite my best efforts, the shit has not worked. My life has gone down the fucking drain, bro. Y'all have ruined my professional reputation. Y'all have ruined my mental health. I have panic attacks all the time. The PTSD is through the roof. I don't even like leaving my house. I have to look over my shoulder constantly because I might encounter somebody who is angry behind me telling them to better themselves. I am in such financial ruin that it causes significant mental health distress. I don't sleep. I can't even afford to feed myself, so I can't even properly take care of myself, which hurts because I don't even have the proper resources to help people. Y'all like literally cut off my resources and fucking buried me, bro. So honestly, y'all apologies don't mean shit to me because my heart is broken. I'm mentally devastated. I dead ass cannot function the way that I used to function. So the only way that your apology will mean something of substance to me is if you take accountability for destroying my fucking life, despite me not saying anything bad to y'all at all, taking corrective action by getting yourself help and addressing why you're so fucking angry, and throwing something in my fucking Cash App, because like I said, I can't even feed myself anymore. That's an apology.
Girl, don't do it. It's not worth it. I'm not gonna do it, girl. I was just thinking about it. I'm not gonna do it. I did it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what unaccountability looks like. And this is also what fucking your own brand looks like for the future. If y'all have not been on TikTok or, any time where she has been discussed, her name is Unusually Bree. And I believe that's what it's called as I take this swig of water. Now, I don't see many videos about her, and she is a therapist, and she is known or went viral for telling black men to go through therapy. But it wasn't like a very, and I think I did a video on her, I don't know if it went, but it wasn't like a very suggestive, it was like, you bitch ass niggas need to go to therapy. And even though a black woman wrote an article that technically got her fired, and even though she has some of these videos where she doesn't really have a somber approach to putting black men into therapy, she fucked up her brand, and she got she still excuse me, she still blames black men for her getting fired, even though it was all her doing. Yet, black men had to be the one taking the the hit for it, as usual. Now, I don't know if she's just looking for another job, or I don't know how therapist works, because if she is licensed, I figured, you get fired, you could probably work your own. You could probably work your own therapy if you're really about healing people. Showing people that you don't heal. Maybe take clients with you. You start your own business, but I have seen this woman like not only take accountability but blame black men too. I don't feel like even a lot of people like look at her as someone to go to therapy too. So even like let's say black men did get her fired, which I really disagree with that because like I said, it's just her not taking accountability, and I don't feel like she is really come to the fact that maybe it was me and maybe it was all these stupid ass TikToks and maybe it was just her shaking her ass on TikTok and all that other stuff because she does have suggestive shit. That's why, like, I don't know if she was really kidding about the OnlyFans thing, but somebody gonna see her regular ass. She's not. She's cute. I'm not even. I'm. I'm not calling her ugly. She is pretty cute, but she's regular. Like I'm not paying, and I'm a titty guy, and I like her titties, but I'm not paying OnlyFans just to see some regular girl and some regular girl titties. Being honest with you, and this is coming from a guy that like titties. But I also look at this as sad because like she could have took this TikTok thing and like really make something out of it. Maybe do live calls and then like, you know, helping people out. It shows that maybe even show that she could help black men out with therapy and all that other stuff. You know, things that would help your brand as a therapist if you want people to come to you. You know, showing people that you heal. You know, maybe even get somebody that, you know, make them sign a non-disclosure, some shit like that. Tell them their problems live, and then excuse me, I'm getting over allergy. But showing someone that you actually like can do your job. You know what I'm saying? Like Kevin Samuels was an image consultant, and like any chance he got, he threw his image consultant there to know that he was good at his fucking job. And if you really want to book a one-on-one section, he had a website where you could book a one-on-one session and, you know, do whatever it is, you know. But he always did his live shows just to show some of his skill set. That was the genius of Kevin Samuels. Now, I don't know who's going to go to this woman because this woman is bat fucking shit crazy. And even when I look through her videos, she's like depressed. She's crying all the fucking times. You can tell she's unstable. She's melancholy. She doesn't admit that shit, but she's very, very unstable. And the way, even though as vulnerable as her, as a therapist, you should be the person that have it all together. You think I want to come to a therapy session with someone that does that? Hell fucking no. I'm looking at her and I'm looking at the way she like acts and all that other stuff. It's just like, you think I want to go to therapy? Yes, I know therapists do not act like her. But for her per se, and if I was a black woman and I was a black woman therapist and I was trying to get black people into therapy, excuse me, she fucking up the brand. She fucking up. Black men already have problems going into therapy when we're talking about us feelings and being vulnerable. Even like we have all those problems. I will admit that. But you don't create a safe space for us to do that. Now, telling these niggas to go to therapy in such a strenuous voice and some shit like that, like, even if you do care, you would know how to bring in, you know, fucking therapists. Like, I remember this BetterHelp shit that, you know, YouTube used to play where it was just like, and it was a black woman. and she was, talking about her feelings, and even though she was vulnerable, and she was talking about how therapy helped her and all that other stuff, it was just like, okay, she looked like therapy worked for her. Now there are therapists I feel like can do it that can do their job well. And kudos to them because I feel like, if you keep doing your job, people come to you. Obviously, you have great results. Yes, even though, man, like I said, we're skeptical of therapy because we like to see results. And it's a problem solver. And yes, men do need to go to therapy. Even Kevin Samuels is like, yo, some of us, we're broken. We come from broken homes. Like, most of the time, we had to survive all the time. So we had to come from that era. And, shit like that. And the way we raise our family off of family values and shit, sometimes it is kind of misconstrued and fucked up. I can admit that. And I've lived a good, I'm not going, my family struggled, but our family is good. We all doing well for ourselves. And even say, like, we've had our ups and downs, but on my family, we doing well for ourselves. Thank God we didn't need therapy, but at the same time, therapy probably would have helped a couple times. Even I admit that. But I guess this is why I'm doing this right now. But I look at her, it's just like, I don't want to, if I ever see a woman like this, it's just like, I'm not going to therapy. Hell, you might turn me into you. And I don't want to be you. It doesn't look like fun. It doesn't look fun being you. And I'm saying this empathetically. Like, or whatever it is, whatever the term is for feeling sorry. Because I kind of feel sorry for her. Like, you shouldn't be fired for trying to do your job. But at the same time, you represent a brand. And if they don't want this representing the brand, they're gonna let you go. But you can bring it for yourself and make the money that way. If that's how therapy works, I don't fucking know. I don't know the business, so I'm probably like whatever I'm saying probably don't even work that way. But what I'm saying is, you're a licensed therapist. Like, you should show like how you've healed people. Like, I would like to see some results of you healing people, and then maybe people will come to you. That way, you can start your own business. I don't like instead of starting a fucking OnlyFans where someone can see your regular ass titties. And I'm not knocking her. Look, I'm really not. I'm really not knocking her. There's probably gonna be someone be like, yeah, I want to see it. It's just like she kind of looked pregnant. I don't know. That's probably just the depression weight just put on her. I thought she was pregnant at one point. But that's just me. But overall, I want people to look at her as an example of what not to do for your brand. Like, what not to do to tarnish your brand. And, what unaccountability looks like. Because until she takes accountability of what really happened, she'll never be happy with herself. She'll always be begging people for money, or reparations is what she calls it. And she's always going to be doing these, crying out for help and attention. You see it. You basically see it. She is going to spiral down to, in my opinion, she's going to spiral down into a place where she's not going to, it's going to be hard as fuck. Like, the therapist is going to need a therapist, basically. And then when she's done, she's going to need another therapist. That's how far gone she is. And I'm looking at that right now. And the thing is, she can go further gone. But until she takes accountability of her own actions, and she is going to tarnish her brand more and more and more to where people's just like, you're just some crazy bitch on TikTok. I'm not going to do anything. I do not want to do anything with you. But that's my opinion. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section. What do you see different? If you see things differently the way I do, let me know in the comment section. Till then, my name is Soskino Fly, and I'm out. Peace. Oh, P.S. If you like that thumbnail, I will DM it to you, you know. But yeah, I hope you get the help you need.